Warning: this video contains super awesome content not suitable for people who don't enjoy super awesomeness. Viewer discretion advised.
So, some of you have probably been wanting this video for a week. Probably thinking, I'm surprised I haven't heard from you about this subject at all. Well, you don't need to wait any longer now, because today's video is just what you want to hear. So the reason I'm doing this video is to put my point across, my review. But before I do that, I need to tell you a bit of a backstory of what happened over the last year. I have a lot of new subscribers and they're probably thinking, what are you on about? So, last year, I went to the Reseller Summit. I was very new to reselling, still am, and I went, got a last minute ticket, and I had a good day. Nothing wrong with it at all. Different experience, a bit low key compared to expos and stuff I've been in previous years, when I was actually going to NECs. It's nothing like that if you expect it to be like that. And it was great meeting new people, and I learned a couple of things. Over the year, I learned a lot from teaching myself. So all of last year, my knowledge grew and grew. Month by month, I started learning more and more things, what to pick, what not to pick. But we still all make mistakes. We all still pick things that we shouldn't do, and that is reselling. We'll always do that. And if a reseller doesn't say they never do that, they're probably lying. I had met some really nice people in reselling, and I still do talk to some of them. But also, I found out some truths about other resellers who are not what they seem in person, or not what you see on camera. And I went to a couple of events in a matter of two or 3 weeks. One was up north, had a great time, and everybody there was absolutely lovely. And then I went to another meet down south where it was terrible. I felt alone. I felt like I couldn't speak to no one. And for most of the day and night, the only person I was really talking to was somebody's friend who went with him, and he wasn't even a reseller. And I was basically speaking to him all night about just random stuff. I did talk to a few of them throughout the night, but I had people talking about me behind my back, walking past them when they're not knowing, and talking, sniggering. And it put me off about socializing with anybody in the reselling community, because the big motto of what you hear at the Reseller Summits is they're like family. Family, 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 family. And they're not. If you have been reselling for a while, you probably would see that there's a lot of resellers who are very close together and are close knit. A lot of them were panelists who were panelists last year, and they're supposed to be professionals. Yes, some are professionals in their own fields and they do a good job. Unfortunately, I didn't go. Reason being, of the backlash of all what has been said. It got to even a stage the week before the Reseller Summit this year. I found out a lot of the people who go to the Reseller Summit, who are the main ones, have their own WhatsApp group. They have been screenshotting my YouTube videos, talking about me behind my back. The only reason I got to know this is through somebody else in that group told me. And I did a video about this way back last year. You can find it The Truth About Resellers it's called. And I've left it. After that video, I left it. But still, these people who are supposed to be lovely people, family people, resellers who pride themselves on being a community of loving people, will invite anybody into their circle. It doesn't seem like it. You could say, well, maybe it's because of you. And yes, it could be me. To them, if you speak to people, I am the problem. I am this person who is a bad person. I am like the devil. I am like the odd one out in the reselling community. And I haven't done anything wrong. I have never done anything wrong to any of them people to have them say stuff about me. If you've met me in person and you spoke to me, I will speak to you. I will always talk to you. Even on here, I will talk to all of you, reply to all of you, even the trolls, and I will always put my input. I'm not a person who will bow down to anybody. I don't think anybody should praise anybody for who they are. We're all equal. No one is better than anybody else, and especially in the reselling market. I would say, one of the outsiders I am in reselling. I am not a niche person. I do not find sticking to one subject interesting. I like to see all aspects of every part of reselling so I can make money, because I think that is the best way of making money and making more money. If you have got experience in loads of different areas, the potential gains from knowing more knowledge from all areas will only benefit you, your eBay store, and helping other people, because that's what I want to do. I don't do YouTube to boast how much money I make. I don't do YouTube to make money. Yes, I do make money now, but it doesn't pay for anything. It's just a bit of pocket money. The reason I do YouTube is to help people out. I like them nice comments, but I've said something to somebody and they've gone and done it and it's helped them. And that is what a community is supposed to be like. So that is the reason I didn't go to the Reseller Summit. I don't think I would even be allowed to go to the Reseller Summit, and there was other people who are very well known who didn't go as well, and they feel the same as me. They're not on YouTube, they're not going to be as outspoken as me, but I'm speaking for them people as well. So what do I think of the Reseller Summit? If you are new to reselling, it's worth going. If you don't know anything, it's great, because you're going to learn a lot more. If you are already been in reselling, I wouldn't waste your money. It is expensive. Last year it cost me £50, but apparently it cost £75 this year for the whole day. And I feel that that is very, very high for a little room where people who, I wouldn't say who are amazing at their jobs, I think that paying £75 to sit in a room to listen to people talk about themselves and maybe give a few hints that you could find on YouTube for free is disgusting. Also, if you're a reseller like me, there is nothing for you. If you like clothes, it's perfect for you. Reason being, it's all about clothing. Majority of people on the panels are clothing experts, and that's what they care about. If you are not interested in clothing, they're not really going to be interested in what you do, and that is what a lot of them are like. Not all of them, so I'm not mentioning no names, but just be careful if you are new. People can mislead you, people can make out like they are somebody, but they're not. I am perfect example of what's happened to this reselling community, which I do think in a way is a joke. There is no reselling community. Being a reseller is a very lonely job. You are working for yourself. You're working by yourself unless you've got a partner, and it's all on you to make the money. You don't have people in your own workplace helping you out, because majority of us do it all by ourselves, and it's that. Yes, some people can help you out, maybe, but 99% of the time it's all on you. So when I saw clips of the Reseller Summit this year in 2024, what did I think of it? It was pretty much the same as last year, except for a few extras. This year, Whatnot is in it. And that's because they all do Whatnot. Buying clothes and then selling for a few quid more. Unless you've got a big following, you might be able to sell them for a bit more. Whatnot is just another fad like Poshmark. And where did Poshmark end up? It's gone. Also, they did have a few stores which is a bit different from last year, but pretty much the same thing. I don't class that as interesting. I don't class that as being helpful for anybody. If you've ever been to a fair, a expo, or anything, there is multiple things you can do. I'm not saying they don't want to do that because it costs a lot of money, and fair enough, they do have to pay for all this, so the tickets will be obviously paying for that. But I still think £75 is a lot of money, because you're not actually getting anything out of it other than some people talk about stuff that you probably have already seen them say on their YouTube channel. It's like me going in front of an audience talking about stuff. I wouldn't do it. Why would I repeat myself in front of a crowd to say the same things? I'll be misleading you. I'll be ripping you off for money just to say the same thing when you could just watch it on YouTube for free. But when I think about the Reseller Summits, I do feel like they are a bit of a money-making thing. That's it. There is not much really for you to get out of it. If you like socialising and you want to meet other people, then great. It's, but why don't you just meet down the pub or meet down in a social area, meet together at a car boot and do it that way? You won't have to pay £75. If I was an organiser of one of these, it would be a lot better. And I'm not saying, oh yes, of course you would be because you're doing it. No, because there would be a lot better ways to go something like this at a better scale for more people, for not just the little group that it feels like that they have to always be centre of attention, when there is so many resellers out there that no one knows about, who don't do YouTube, don't do Instagram and that, and they are absolutely probably a lot better than any of them put together. For instance, the guys, I would say, who are the leading number one luxury sellers, and that's Lux, who were on Dragon's Den. 3 young lads who are absolutely smashing it in the reselling business, selling luxury items. I would basically have a festival of 2 days on a massive field in the summer. So you would have fairs for your kids to take. You can have a camping area so people can camp over. I would also have a car boot section for people who can come in and sell their car boot stuff on the Sunday. Have a live stage so you can still have your talking people and all that lot. But then I'd also have an area where it'd be for collectors. So you'd have your toy area, a clothing area for your nice clothes, but also have antiques. And a lot of people are very misleading about antique dealers and resellers, like they hate each other. I love antique dealers. I think they are the OGs of resellers. And they could have so many professional, famous people coming, like in the antique business, which will have their own stores. And you could have one of them speaking. There are so many opportunities to make it not only a great day or weekend, not just for resellers, for collectors, for antique dealers, and the family, because there'll be a fair there for your kids. Also, overnight, they could have a few live bands. This would be people from all different aspects of areas of the reselling market, not just the same people like the Reseller Summit, who everybody knows who they are, and it's the same people saying the same stuff. If somebody could do that, it would absolutely blow everybody's mind. It would be so much better because it would be a proper event. And that's what I would personally do if I could do it. I can't do that. I haven't got the capability of even organising that. It would cost a lot of money. You'd have to have a real professional organiser. But yeah, I needed to say something because it's been niggling me all week. I've seen a couple of people doing reviews, showing their videos of it, and I switched off about 2 or 3 minutes in, and it just seems like a waste of money. But tell me your opinion, good or bad. I'm not having a go at anybody. They're doing a great job as it is now, but I just think it is a bit of a waste of money. If you want to learn stuff, you won't really learn stuff, and I do think it's too niche. It is more about clothing than anything else. So if you're not into clothing, you will not get anything from the Reseller Summit at all. Anyway, tell me what you think. Like I said, good or bad. I'm expecting a lot of the main people to comment saying stuff, but like I say, this is my opinion. I'm not having to go at anybody, but yeah. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.